the Gambia Government Association, Galga, in partnership with the United Nations Trust Fund for Human Security Project through UNFPA Gambia title, Localizing SDGs, Improving Livelihood of Women and Youths around the Senegambia Bridge, have ended their 2022 first quarterly meeting monitoring visit to councils, projects and community engagement in Basse Bajakunda, Jatakunda in Kiang Central and Songkunda in Kantora. The local government association's quarterly meeting or monitoring visit to councils allowed the Galga executive and secretariat to visit all the 8-member councils and hold meeting with them on how to effectively respond to the needs of their people. Our Mafuji Sise has more in this special report.
The 8 days monitoring visit availed Galga to visit at least 2 life-changing projects at each council and hold interviews with both council management and beneficiaries. The 3 decades dream of setting a bridge that connects Kantora's Songkunda to neighboring satellite communities has come to pass as their local bridge that could not accommodate vehicles and motorcycles is finally built to the modern standard by the Local Authorities Association. The gesture is overwhelmingly welcomed by the community.
My name is
Alaji Wali Sanyang, a native of Kantora Sunkunda. Benefiting from a bridge like this is a blessing in disguise. During rainy seasons, our vehicles make a stop at the neighboring villages due to bad roads that cannot allow them to cross over into our villages. It's more than 20 years since we want to travel to Basse. We often walk on foot to Bani, a nearby village where we pick up a vehicle. Anytime we travel to Basse, because our vehicles cannot cross the local bridge that connects our village, so they stop at Bani. If we have heavy materials, our vehicles only stop at the local bridge. We use manpower to transport them to the other end of the bank, and in turn use donkey carts to transport it to the village. We have been in this difficulty for over 30 years. Now that the bridge is here, all types of vehicles and motorcycles can now get to our village despite being loaded with anything. We normally use canoes to transport motorcycles. We cannot thank Fode Danjo enough for coming to our rescue and ending our long decade of suffering.
Africa continues to bear the suffering despite being the richest in minerals, yet remains the poorest. However, in this jungle of struggle, women remains the hardest hit. Nyima Sanyang narrates the ordeals Songkunda village women encounter in getting their business to Basse.
Before the coming of the bridge, Songkunda women always cancelled their business trip to Basse anytime it rains before they leave the village. Our children attending schooling at Bani and Kasakunda were barred from traveling back home anytime it rains. They always wait until the waves at the beach go down. Pregnant women always undergo the same pain. We find it difficult to transport pregnant women to get to Basse at the right time, anytime it rains. Due to lack of bridge, our pregnant women deliver on their journey to Fatoto, and the unlucky get stuck in the village and attended by local midwives. This caused our men a lot of troubles, as the doctors continue to complain that they are suffering from blood shortage. Pregnant women in this condition are usually referred to Basse or Bansang hospitals. Everyone welcomes the modern bridge, but we, the women populace, are extremely happier to say goodbye our decades of nightmares. We can now get fellows to any hospital of our choice on time without any difficulties, and our children can go to school at any time of their choice.
Roads and bridges were a nightmare in regions like Basse, Kantora, and Wuli before President Adama Barrow took the mantle of leadership of the tiny West African nation. But it seems the long-awaited dream is coming true as the local government in partnership with the United Nations agencies are also spreading the helping wings to hard-to-reach satellite communities. Basse Bajakunda local bridge is a gateway to 12 other neighboring satellite villages that only use the road and bridge connecting them. Gaure Kante has this to say.
Our neighboring satellite villages all depend on Bajakunda Hospital and schools. Last year during this time, 2 ambulances came with pregnant women but cannot cross because of severe flash floods. The importance of this modern bridge cannot be overemphasized as it made education, health and transportation easy for these communities.
Seku Omar Gari is the councillor of Bajakunda ward. It's little close to 6 decades since the tiny West African nation gains its independence from the British colonial masters. Yet it continues to struggle to provide clean drinking water for its less than 3 million inhabitants. Kiang is the least to benefit from this development brought by these 3 republics. Jatakunda village in Kiang Central is among the communities that the local government agency partnership provide the largest community provided the community borehole for a clean drinking water supply. For over 50 years, the locals, particularly the rural communities, have been paying their taxes to the area councils. Yet, they benefit very little from their hard-earned taxes. But since the coming of Galga, the trend is changing. For Eyeafrica News, I am Mafuji Sise.